Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the mid-morning show. And today's topic would be talking about the I generation. My name is Raymond Rodriguez, and today our guests will be members of this generation, the Z generation. Are Jesse Gonzalez and Janet Escobar.
Whoa.
Now, guys, our generation, this is Generation Z, or commonly known as iGen, are people that consist of that were born between 1995 and 2012. So the youngest ones would be around, I want to say like five years old, and the oldest ones would be around 26 or 27. So the funny thing about our generation is that it's very different from the past few ones. Like, one thing about our generation is that only 2/3 is exclusively heterosexual. That means one-third of it is not completely straight, or that means one-third is gay. So, how do you guys react to that?
It's definitely a change from past generations, because if you look back in history, most people saw that as like a bad thing. Some even saw it as evil, and nowadays you see people expressing it freely, and I think that has to do mainly with the increase of technology and social media, because it's like you can just put it out there now, and it's like it's not that bad because you see that other people are expressing what they want, so you go, why can't I?
Yeah. I feel like people are more accepting of, others that have probably not come out of the closet. And at the same time, like you said, social media, also media in general, is like out there, and then there's people that are like posting everything, like, oh, guess what, I am, this and that. So, I feel like it's something special that is happening in our generation, because we are coming out and we are not afraid of anything, like us expressing ourselves.
Why do you guys think this is so sudden, this sudden expression? Could it be the rise of social media?
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the biggest factors of it all.
Yeah.
It's just that it's everywhere now.
Now, that could be, social media could be a cause of this, but social media might be also a cause for a lot of things wrong with our generation, because according to statistics, our generation has been the most passive between the last 5 generations. Therefore, we're more accepting of things. So, say like our grandfathers or great grandfathers, or 3 generations ago, people would see homosexuality as taboo, and they just hate it and they reject it. But our generation is more tend to be accepting. Why do you think so?
Like we said earlier, it's like everything is kind of everywhere now. So it's what used to be, I don't understand, I don't like, now is, I've seen that before, I understand. And it's kind of the point that I made earlier. It's just that now, if you feel this way, you could find others that feel the same way, and it makes it okay.
Yeah. I feel like, today there's so many things that are happening, and like our generation, we're not afraid of, expressing ourselves, like I've said before. We are not afraid of, telling the world that I am this, I am that. I am not afraid of coming out. But at the same time, we have to look at the other part, on the other side, because there are some people that are still afraid to come out, and there are still people who may have families that they say, oh, if you're this, you're, like this, you're from the family. So, I feel like there are other people on the media that can help them and probably inspire them. So, yeah.
So the point I'm kind of getting at here is that we've been kind of numb to this, wouldn't you say? Because generations before, you get used to it, and there's people aren't like reacting the same, so we're just numb towards it, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So because of this, though, because the generations were so numb, this also is causing a lot of depression in our generation today. A lot of young people are testing more depressed and more suicidal than ever. Would this be because of such expressions that people don't feel accepted, that they feel more suicidal and depressed because of this?
I feel like yes, because if you express something, there's always a chance that if you tell it to the world, not everyone's gonna like it. And one of the main things is that people go, oh, look at this person, they're loved because they do this, and they try to do the same thing, but they're not around the same people that would encourage and lift them up. Instead, they're around people that would rather condemn them and push them down.
What like Jesse said, like, there there are people that can have a negative side to it or like a negative experience, but there's always going to be those like type of people that are going to be there to try to support them all the way through, so they can make it.
Now, because people are so expensive, do you guys feel that it ever gets too extensive? Like, there's stories out there that people are misusing the bathrooms or they're reporting people that are identify as that gender of that bathroom, and there are people being reported, but then their defense is that I identify as that. There are more cases than just bathrooms. Like in prisons, a man once identified himself as a woman, went into this woman's prison, and continued to sexually abuse the women in this prison. But then he identified as a woman, so therefore he could legally be there. Do you guys think that we should draw the line at that point, or like what point should we draw this line before it gets too irrational?
Yeah, whenever this topic comes up, most people back off and they're scared of it because when you mention it, there's always someone waiting for everything you say. They want to use it against you, but there is a line that has to be drawn somewhere because some people say, well, if I feel this way, it's okay, but sometimes it's not okay. Sometimes you have to change the way you think, and a line has to be drawn somewhere.
At the same time, like, we can see what they've been through, all the process. Like, for example, most of them have like surgery. So, if they believe in something and they want to be that way, let them be. But at the same time, we should sometimes be aware of other people. But like I've said before, they've probably been through a lot, like even since a child, and they were afraid of who they were until they were growing up, and then they see that people are expressing themselves, so they think that they can express themselves and identify themselves as something.
So, our generation, would you say, is very different from other ones, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
So what do you think causes this? It can't just be social media. I mean, there's something in the water, the way everyone thinks, or it's just follow the leader, everyone's just following. What do you think it is?
I feel like maybe one of the biggest things that have changed between our generation and others is, like you say, they call it the I generation. It's simply just the rise of technology, smartphones, and everything. Because, like when I was a child, I grew up and I was outside. I played with toys. There wasn't really phones until I already was growing up, and I had already kind of developed my own personality. But nowadays we see is that kids grow up now with their face in a screen. That's their only form of entertainment and fun. And I feel like that's something that's changed between this generation and others.
I feel like what has changed is that the parents would sometimes put a tiny screen or a bigger screen in front of the children just so they can be distracted and they can keep quiet so the parents can do something that they want to do. And like in my experience, I never had that. I had like toys in front of me. I had like soccer balls or footballs or anything and going outside. But like I feel like technology has taken a big toll with a bunch of younger children and with parents as well, because they're also being fascinated by that. They are fascinated with how technology can help them as well and how it can help their little children to keep them quiet.
Now, as I mentioned before, that our Generation Z or iGens between the ages born between 1995 and 2012, some of these people are starting to reach that age where they can start able to vote and elect people. But do you guys have any fear of what this generation might do to the future, or do you guys have any fear for society of what this generation might do?
I feel like there is a slight fear when it comes to the future because, like I said, like before technology came out, I'd already developed a personality, but nowadays people don't do that no more. Because nowadays people, before they even figure out who they are, they already know who everyone they love is. So I feel like the more we go forward, the more people will try to mimic what they love instead of trying to become something that others love. And I feel like that's something we should look out for.
I feel like if we overuse technology, I fear by overusing things, it can probably later on in the future make other generations that are ahead of us, be just addicted to something. It's like a drug, being addicted to something, and it's like something so dangerous. But at the same time, it can be a learning process, and it can help other people as well.
Yeah, because this future generation, they are so. The right word I would try and use would be like unpredictable. So only time will tell of what this future generation could do. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
All right, that's all we have today, folks. Tune in next time. But coming up next is Matthew Duran with our view on concussion and sports injuries. Thank you for tuning in. Come back next time.